Julie Cassidy is the founder of the Marin Property Shop. Julie, as a family Marin considering selling their home, is this the right time to sell?
Well, I will certainly say that there are lots of buyers and not enough inventory at the moment. So I would definitely say yes, this is the time to sell. The thing that's fueling the buyers is the interest rate. The interest rate's still really low. Marin County being 55% open space and very desirable. It's never really a bad time to sell in Marin. Of course, the spring and the fall make your house look the best, but if you have a good strategy and a good plan, I think that you can never go wrong selling your house in Marin County because there are always buyers.
So Julie, as a potential seller, what should I be thinking about?
Well, I think you should be thinking about what your motivation to sell is, what your needs are. Are you trading up? Are you trying to sell a large home because you have an empty nest? Would you like to live in a condo and you've had a big house? Would you like a bigger house? Would you like to move to a better school district? It's really important to kind of sit down and make a list of things that are really important to you. Have you identified a property that you already want to buy? Do you have a timeline in mind? If you do have a timeline in mind and you have identified a property, would you be willing to rent back your property while your house is closing? All of these things are things that you can just ask yourself and be sure that you've kind of come up with these before you put your house on the market.
Well, that sounds reasonable. So how do we figure out what my home is worth?
Yeah, very good question. I think that the most important thing when you're hiring a realtor is to sit down with that person and look at the comps on your neighborhood. You can normally guarantee that an appraiser will only take like homes within a mile of your house that have been sold in the last 3 months. So something that sold 6 months ago and something that's further away cannot be used as a comp. We all get exactly the same comps, and so you can't come in with a different set from someone else. So that is the reality check for all of us. You have to compare 4 bedrooms with 4 bedrooms, without a swimming pool, without a swimming pool, and there's obviously some differences, and we can add and subtract some of those. But generally speaking, what has sold in the last 3 months is very indicative of how much you will get for your house.
Okay. So Julie, what should we be thinking about in terms of studying the home and strategies that you would come up with?
Well, I think that the most important thing, and I don't know whether this speaks to what you mean about strategy, but the power of the first 30 days is paramount. Getting the house to look its best, getting the best web exposure you possibly can, having the price be right. The first thing that people ask me when I'm showing them homes and they've been on the market for a very long time is, what's wrong with it? Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's normally just the wrong price. So that's really a really important part of the puzzle. I also think that we insist upon having professional photographs taken, because when we are putting your house up on the internet and then it goes viral to every other real estate website, that's the only thing that people are going to see to start with. So they're not going to see your house in 3D. So professional pictures are really important.
So Julie, how can the Marin Property Shop and Frank Howard Allen add value to the sale process?
Well, I think that one of the things that sets us apart from everybody else is that we have 28% of the market share in Marin County, which is actually 10% above everybody else. So obviously we're doing something right. We have 600 agents, and we all network and have weekly and monthly meetings on pocket listings and who has a buyer and who has a seller. We have custom marketing plans. We have links to Luxury Portfolio, which immediately gets your house into the Wall Street Journal website. It's all about networking, really, and making sure that we get your house the most exposure possible.
Julie, as a seller, how can we assist in ensuring that we get the highest price for our home?
Very good question. I think that what you have to always remember is, how is the buyer going to feel when they walk up to your house? Power wash the walkway, give the front door a lick of paint, plant a few fresh plants in the garden, mulch the garden, clean out the gutters, remove all the clutter in the house. Try and make the house as open and inviting to somebody else as possible. If there are loads and loads of your personal items all over the house, it's kind of hard to imagine yourself there as a buyer. So we try and encourage people to edit their very personal belongings, also put them away so they're safe. Try and clean up the children's rooms whenever you can and not have toys all over the place. And, you know, just kind of imagine yourself as the buyer. And what would you like to see, and what are you going to see when you're going to be going to look for houses for yourself?
Right. So how does a potential seller get hold of you, Julie?
Well, you can get hold of me at Julie at Marin Property Shop. I am a realtor with Frank Howard Allen in Mill Valley. I work at the Strawberry office, and you can get hold of me by my cell phone, which is 415-246-3200. And I look forward to helping you sell your house.